NDA MPs have in fact completed their report on their findings in what happened at the Karur Stampede. Exclusive details have been accessed by News9. A fact-finding report by NDA MPs has squarely blamed a complete administrative failure for the tragic Karur Stampede. Inside details accessed exclusively by News9 revealed shocking lapses, negligence and chaos at the venue. This is what the report by the NDA delegation says. The incident occurred, according to them, and the report that during actor Vijay's public meeting in Karur, which turned deadly as over 30,000 people had gathered at a venue that was meant to gather only around 2,000 and to a maximum 3,000 people. Crowds began assembling from 9 a.m. even though Vijay was scheduled to arrive at 12 noon but reached only around 7 p.m. The stampede broke out as Vijay climbed atop his bus to address the massive crowd. Women and children were among the trampled as people fainted in the heat and suffocating congestion. Now, in a desperate attempt to calm the crowd, Vijay threw water bottles, is what the report says, from his bus. But the tragedy is that people start to bend over and picked up those bottles, resulting in them being crushed because more people were trying to move towards the place where the water bottle was being thrown out. So that also led to the situation, is what their finding says. NDA MPs visited the hospital later and found that 51 injured victims are still under treatment. A heart-wrenching case emerged when a father had lost his 2 young daughters, aged between 12 and 8, in that tragedy. The report cites that some victims fell into open drains and were later found to be dead inside. Power supply failed moments after the chaos erupted, and the generator also broke down, plunging the area into complete darkness and worsening the panic that had already been created. The MPs alleged that the district magistrate avoided meeting them during their visit. Actor Vijay reportedly left the site immediately after the incident. The report further alleges that district magistrate approved an unsafe venue, ignoring capacity restrictions and safety warnings. The MPs have sent a detailed questionnaire to government officials seeking accountability for the lapses. The NDA team has demanded strict action against officers responsible for the tragedy. Well, the NDA delegation has in fact prepared the report. News9 has got exclusive access to the details of that report, which we are in fact bringing you as of now. They have said that several people had died because of the confusion that happened at that venue. Actor Vijay did try to control the situation. He threw bottles, water bottles, into the area where the situation was turning out to be desperate, and that's when it turned out to be another disaster, with people trying to pick up those bottles and them being crushed under the weight of the crowds that are behind them. This had also resulted in a situation because of the panic situation on the ground as well. Meanwhile, it is also being reported that several people were found dead, as some of them had fallen into open drains and were suffocated. There were reports of people losing their family members. Children had died in this accident that had happened, the stampede that occurred in that area. Also, the report says that the district magistrate had given approval for a location that cannot house more than 3,000 people at its maximum capacity. Now, for more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Sabya Sachi, who reports on this. Sabya Sachi, give us more details of that report. In fact, that report by the NDA MPs gave a comprehensive detail. They talk about what Vijay did. They talk about the bad administrative decision taken to allow 30,000 people to gather at a location that's meant for only 3,000 people. More details on this report.
Well, that's right. The NDA delegation, which has visited the spot, and they, in their report, which has been exclusively accessed by News9, in that report, the NDA delegation, the MPs who were part of this delegation, very categorically said that this particular incident could have been avoided, and it was a mistake on part of the administrator to allow this gathering. In fact, the NDA MPs had pointed out that the spot where the program had taken place, that spot was only meant for around 2,000 people, but that more than 35,000 people gathered at that area. And Vijay was slotted to visit the spot at around 12 p.m. But people started gathering at the location from 7 a.m. in the morning, and Vijay reached the spot at around 7 p.m. Now, the NDA also said that at the time when Vijay threw bottles, people tried to collect these bottles from the ground, and that particular time they were crushed. Now, the NDA delegation also pointed out that how the district magistrate, the DM, did not meet the BJP delegation who visited the spot. In fact, the BJP delegation also pointed out that this could have been avoidable, and it is a big mistake from the part of the administrator to allow the people to gather at the spot when from the very beginning they knew that the capacity was not there to hold around 35,000 people. So why did the DM and the local administration allow these many of people to gather at the area is what has been mentioned by the NDA delegation who visited the spot in their report. Now, the NDA from the beginning have been raising a lot of questions regarding the administration. They have been questioning that the administration had a big role to play on the stampede, because the administration did not take proper action at the right time, and they allowed people to gather in this area when it did not had the capacity to hold around 35,000 people, and they could have told the people not to gather at the spot, and they could have taken preventive measures. And very categorically, the NDA delegation has mentioned that this was an avoidable incident that has taken place, and very categorically they have blamed the district magistrate as well as the local administration for this incident.
Well, thank you, Sabyasachi, for in fact joining us with all those details.